start things up. I was gonna start like a half hour earlier and ended up spending that half hour reading strategies for how to beat the night. Like, can you blame me? No, really. I see. When it starts up, it resets itself on my screen, so I gotta wait until we hit that screen to do it, or I'm just gonna have to keep doing things over and over again. Alright, the first thing we're gonna do is go buy some shit. Which do... Okay, this one has deluxe dinners. Alright, so first... I can never remember which... No... I can never remember which vending machine is which. This one, right? There we go. Alright. I'm gonna keep all the TV dinners. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I'm gonna sell all of the healing items that are in the pocket. It won't fit. Keep the TV dinner, sell all the old ones, and the TV slot. We'll keep that. Come back over here, we're gonna buy 6 deluxe dinners. 6. Hello, Nezu. How's it going? Doing a little pre-night shopping again. Alright. All these TV dinners are getting swapped out for deluxe dinners. Okay. Oh, that's right, you missed the last one. Well, you're in luck because I didn't beat the night. That's all we're going to be doing today. For the next 2 hours is trying to beat the night. First we have to go through this. But I was thinking just because it's going to be like slightly boring. How's it going? How you doing, children? How are you doing? No arms for you. I was thinking I might read through my Deltarune notes that I was like writing while I was playing through chapters 3 and 4 the first time, because I've been thinking about doing a video of like what was my reaction to chapters 3 and 4, and like just sitting there and doing it is not going to be interesting. If I do it while I'm playing, that takes a step out of excuse me, out of having to edit any play footage in. Do your shit. So, yeah. This first attempt is going to be a wash. I just want to... I saw a thing using S action and R action to do special things. Susie talks in minutes. Susie on the we're setting like every buster. So that's bad. If the learning happens, that's bad. But nothing. One very important thing to know about this attack is that the stars only hit you with the center part. Oh, okay, she just can't pass that through. Woo! Rough. Yeah, Black Knife is a very good track. That was just the voice commenting on, oh, you could do things, or you could just like fucking not, and no, we're gonna do things. So I love that my first note, or the first line in this file is I don't know why I decided to put that first. But like, he's been teased so much. Sans is such a shit. It really does not feel like that is a thing that's going to happen. Hey look, I can rebuster already. Oh, there we go. So yeah, what have I thought about chapters 3 and 4? They're great. The one thing that really stands out to me is that this chapter is this chapter feels a lot shorter than chapter 4. I was thinking about it last night, and it's that like most of the extra stuff in this chapter is really fun. Like you have the rock band segments. Got the you got the rock band segment, you've got the cooking segment, and like that stuff's all really fun. And then chapter 4 is really like lore heavy, and that's maybe why it feels bigger. Anyway, that attack turns out you have fewer invincibility frames, and that's why it deals so much goddamn damage. It's gonna take me a while to get back into doing this. Awesome. My observations included when that shot of somebody's bedroom, like looking at like these seasons. Just like kind of how much we get like in these two chapters, Susie's becoming more of a hero. Ugh. But like she's also really grappling with just sort of her own sense of self-worth, which makes me like her a lot. Like at the start of this game, I could take her or leave her in chapter 1, and in Chapter 2, I like her because she's, you know, love interest for Noelle, and that's pretty great. But here in Chapter 3 especially, she's really doing her own. And she's honest, like she's quickly becoming my favorite character, I think. I don't understand how this is supposed to work. And then you've got, like, Ralsei grappling with the fact that he's quote-unquote not real. Like, he's just getting so depressed. And, like I said before, you know, I used to be really suspicious of him, and I think finally in Chapter 4 we get actually a good explanation for why he's been so, keeping everything so close to his chest, like he just knows too much and he doesn't really want to burden anyone with that knowledge. Ugh. It's fucking awful. The movement and the motion of that just like freaks me out. I go into straight up panic mode every time my attack happens. Let's see. Other stuff that happens. Of course, I like Tenna. Like I said before, Tony's afraid. People might think of him as just being like a cut rate Spamton, or like Spamton 2. And like, he kind of is. Oh, it's hard to hear me? Hang on. Oh, you know what? That's because this is way, way up. This does not need to be that high. How's that? I think the, oops. I think the levels may have reset themselves at some point. What's going on? We're defending and rebustering. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying. No, anyway, even if he is like just kind of a second Spamton, I like him because of it. And I'll be interested to see more of his connection to Spamton. Oh, now you can't hear the boss fight. Ugh. Okay, let's move this to like here. I can, you know what? Let me just switch scenes real quick. Oh, thought maybe the other scene would have had a different setting, but I guess not. There we go. There we go. Concentrate. Damn. The strategy I saw was hug the right hand wall. Somebody told me, watch the tunnel and not the swords. It doesn't matter what I do. One of the fun things about Chapter 2 is Chris's parallels with Spamton, so it's fun to explore them again with Tenna, who's very similar but still different to Spamton. Yeah, like the whole puppetry thing that's going on. And like, maybe the most interesting thing about Tenna is how like familiar he is with Chris. It's like, hey, I used to be basically part of your family, but then everybody kind of forgot about me. And that's, you know, that's a little heartbreaking. Because you can see that from his side, even though he's obviously sort of misinterpreting the situation. Oh, I've dodged them all. Hell yes. Oh, by the way, the strategy to win this is we have to go 16 rounds and deal about 1,400 to 1,500 damage, which is going to mean about 12 Root Busters, if I can't forget the timing of this right, which I just cannot. Oh, damn. Oof. Chris kneeled in silence. Well, yeah, it's worth reviving him just so she's not the only one taking damage here. Ugh! I cannot get through this attack. Yeah, Lenino and Elena, they're okay. I like their story more than I like them as characters. If anything, they're a little flat, I think. Which is fine, because they're not major characters in any way. But... and mostly their plot line is sort of driven off the rails thanks to the intervention of Rules Card, who I just cannot stand anymore. I hate the way he talks. I hate the fact that he shows up, like Ralsei, all the frickin' time. Okay. And I hate his stupid throuple plot to get them back together. Like, was that even his plan? Or did he just take credit for it after it happened? It's really hard to tell with him. Ah, okay. Oh god. Oh! Revive the Susie. Ugh! Didn't think we'd still be standing. And if you're paying attention, little things at the bottom, they change slightly. They tell you what attack is coming up. And we're in phase 2 now because it's 5 attacks in a cycle, and every phase makes them more difficult. Ugh. We actually messed up taking a fight with us. Oh, that's right. Change directions. She's got Chris and Ralsei behind her. So if I hold down the B button, it undoes the effects of Hold Breath. And I think that's what's necessary for dodging that attack. It's just when it starts rotating, it's even harder. Getting lots more info about Des, of course. Like, that's kind of the main thing I'm interested in knowing more about, I think. Which probably just means that Toby Fox is doing his job and telling a good story. Not bad. Darn. Damn it. I went right into it. Cool. revive Chris because she's probably going to go down. It's just going to be this over and over again. Yeah, I mentioned that, like, at first I read Tenna as being manipulative with his, like, low self-esteem and griping about a lot of stuff and acting really sad and pitiful whenever he doesn't get his way, but I don't actually think he's manipulative. I think he really is that earnest and that invested in having fun and reliving the old nostalgic days and whatnot. When they start speeding up, that's when you can just go in a circle and it'll work. It'll work. Yay! If it does 140 damage, that means I hit the button at the right time. Ooh. Somebody pointed out the knight, like, moves like an ice skater. I wonder if that's another thing Des was into. I wouldn't be surprised. Ugh. I did not have enough time to get out of the way of that. I was commenting a lot on the meta narrative of Control, because that thing becomes, I don't know if it becomes more apparent in these two chapters or if it's just always been this apparent, but like Susie swapping around the controllers, that was a big one. Yeah. And of course, once you do the sword route and you get video game Chris walking out of the game and then Chris having to walk into the game, I do not even know how to interpret that. Yeah. Ugh. Darn. Welcome back, Nezu. Let's get him back up. Yeah, so we got Rebuster going on. Hey, ooh, that was more than 140. Then I gotta let go of the button. I made it through. Yeah, she's gonna kill herself there. I think it centers on where you're at that moment. So it's phase 2 when Susie starts talking. Okay. Was consistent about going with your heart as the mark, yeah. Don't have enough. Let's do this first. Small adjustments in the middle of the screen. Ugh. Could be worse. Somehow. Oh, those actually get closer to you as that goes. Jeez, I hate that. Ugh. I like how wrong I was about a bunch of stuff. I have listed that it ranks you from F to S. Now it's Z to S. And actually Z to T. Damn it. Man, that one does so much freaking damage. There we go. What's your question? The weird fact of Ram existing and like seeming like someone you should know when actually no, we've never seen him before. That was so interesting. What's the naming conventions of Dark Worlds? What happens when Lightyear stays in the Dark World for too long? Oh. That second one is interesting, because we know what happens if a Darkness stays in the wrong Dark World for too long. They petrify. But our characters have only been... Well, I guess the answer is probably whatever's happened to Des. If she is actually in the Dark World and not in another different place. Which I think is very possible. It's like you turn into a roaring knight, or you frickin' get split in two, or whatever. Ow! Oh, gosh. Ugh. Oh. The wind-up for this attack just looks so much like one of the other attacks, and I can't keep it straight. As for one, I'm actually not aware of any names for the Dark Worlds in the first place. Well, that's not true. Because this one was... I think it was just called TV Land, wasn't it? This is in 4, it's the Dark Sanctuary. In 2, it's Cyber City. Like, obviously, it's just kind of, you know, emblematic of whatever is in that place. Ooh! Okay, figuring that out made it a lot easier. really wish I had that revive dust still, because I think I used it earlier. Oh, damn. Also, I don't know if any of you have been paying attention to the damage, but I just noticed there, Ralsei and Chris took 57 damage, Susie took 17. That's the the Shadow Mantle at work, which is nuts. Excuse me. Okay, what attack was that? That was the teeth, right? So the next one, I don't know. Oh, no, this one's the teeth. Ugh. Butts. She's gonna defend and he's gonna revive Chris. The switch from having to do little precise movements to suddenly having to find a hole and get there is so nuts. Your room would probably be called Dragopolis. Modern city ruled by dragons. A lot of dragons in your actually that's pretty cool. I only really have one dragon, and he's upstairs in storage. He's a very big puppet of a green dragon, and I named him Castor for some reason. Okay, good. That's enough. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, nice. Yeah. God, this one does a lot of damage. It's a really unforgiving attack. Ugh. Another name is Drag Tokyo. You know, Sailor Moon stuff as well. That would be the way to go, because then you get like the combination of the dragon stuff and the anime theme. That would be really fun. And again. Alright, round 2. Damn. Out of revivements. Oof. Shoot. I need to use like 2 deluxe dinners to bring them back. Ugh. Oh. Okay. Okay, Ralsei's down. There's just no more Ralsei this fight. He's not coming back. reading some of these notes, like, Tenna finally gets mad and fights you because he tries to slay me through several minigames, and I just stood there. I don't know. Just when you've beaten him with the power points or whatever, his arms get sliced off. Suddenly Roaring Knight, who has antlers, it's death, it has to be. That's all verbatim from my notes. Damn it. Someone today was talking about a very interesting and probably completely pointless theory. Pointing out that there's a lot of mentions of hands in this game. And I actually think that's just another part of the control theme, because what do you need to puppet something? You need hands with strings attached. But like seeing this wall of evidence, like just how many things there are, which just, there's a lot. There's a lot of hand stuff going on. She doesn't have TP, so she's going to heal herself. Okay, it could be worse. Time for some self-healing, I think. Nice. Means of Asgore driving a car into someone. I haven't seen those. I can't imagine. Phase 2. We're getting here a little more consistently now. Damn. Oh. Why does this attack, like, immediately kill Ralsei? If I get hit once, he dies every single time. Well, and he's gone now. Could not avoid that one. One very interesting thing about the Shadow Mantle is it also makes the Knight's attacks hit that person more. So they're taking less damage, and they're also taking damage for the other two. Ooh, 149. That's a new record. Whoa! God damn it. Gonna be the one where they explode and then track onto me. Yeah. Ooh. Alright, this is gonna be it for this attempt. 151. Hot damn. Oh, that's bullshit. So let me go on to the chapter 4 notes here. Let's see. Shut up, it is time for lesbian flirting, says my notes. Oh, come on. Oh, beautiful. Get out of here. Oh, one hit. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah. Ugh. So you want to you kind of want to go from corner to corner, stop in the middle to dodge, head towards the corner. Excuse me. And I don't know where to be going with this. Phase 2. Oh. We now have Chris heal himself. Oh, there's enough for Elsie heal himself too. Or actually, no, it would be better for him to just go down and get revived. This is the one where it can change direction. Oh god. Wow. Elsie survived with 1 hit point? I'm so proud of him. Who knew he had it in him? It's so hard to avoid that shit. Like I pointed out that the holiday house is huge and ostentatious and Noelle has no idea what normal houses are actually like. Which is funny. And a little bit sad because it means she hasn't well, I don't know, she's been in the Dreamer's house before. Maybe she's just forgotten. Yeah, clearly she's hasn't been out too much. Oh. she gets down to below 100, I probably want to hit her. Jeez, I thought we were already in phase 2. Ooh, look at that. I called Susie baller as fuck for grabbing Noelle's phone and telling Berkeley off. I thought that was a good move. Unless he's going to go down again. Also, I hate the line, "You're all damn alone." Like, that doesn't even make sense. Come on. I think I have one more revive left. Oh! Jeez. Phase 3 now. Yep. You can tell because the shards have those little contrails on them. Or there's a massive wanker and an incel. Admittedly, if you don't snowgrave him, he kind of gets better. Like, there's no one unworthy of redemption. But also, yeah, he kind of sucks. He kind of sucks a lot. He's not a bad kid, he's just annoying. Exactly. He doesn't get, like, the social graces and stuff. Okay, hang on. I think it is time for more water. Be right back. Before I get back to it, I want to go tell one person about this. Ooh. Oh no, don't make me log in. Okay, thank God. I was afraid it was going to ask me to jump through hoops. Alright. Back to it. Ugh. I'm glad I'm only doing this for another hour. I have a feeling I'm not going to win tonight. Oh, perfect 50. Fantastic. Because, you know, the thing about Birdley, like, when you hear his backstory, assuming he's being completely truthful, which I kind of believe he is, it's pretty heartbreaking. And I can absolutely relate to it. You know, your smarts being like the only thing that people care about or give you attention or praise for. He's very much got gifted kid burnout, or at least he's headed in that direction. Ugh. But yeah, also he kind of sucks, and it is fun to kick his ass a little bit. Just because he's so freaking up his own ass about himself. Like that's inexcusable. And that's worth stomping a little bit for. Oh! Once again, Ralsei fucking dies to the teeth. Valentino from Has-Been. Is that the pimp guy who's like abusing angel dust? I know just enough about Has-Been Hotel to get myself in trouble. Once again, perfect 50. And like I said, how, yeah, the Moth Pimp who's in Angel Dust. Chapter 4 is like really lore heavy. I think the whole sequence, not just the sequence and the scenes, but just the way Noelle's house is laid out, all the stuff that we learn there is just fantastic storytelling. You know, because you really feel the weight of a family dealing with a missing, presumed dead child. Like, even if you hate Carol, that's a really rough thing for a parent to have to deal with. And it's written everywhere. Ooh. Jeez. In that house. Alright. Got enough for Rude Buster and the Rude Buster. Actually, no. Okay, controller resolved. Ugh, couldn't find the opening. Okay. I shouldn't have healed. Or I should have healed, rather. Oh! Bastardo! Oh yeah, I was fucking freaking out about getting ripped out of Chris and having to play around in the air vents with the soul. That was a wild sequence. And like I think that really helped to center Chris in the story as their own character, which is not something we get a lot of. Like there's little snatches of their backstory here and there, but for the most part they're not a part of the story. Ooh, that did 126 damage. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, it's healing time. Yes. His names. The only reason I bought a reviving Ralsei is because he helps take damage. He's not very good at it, but 3 targets is better than 2. Even if one of those targets is very squishy. He does generate extra TP for Rude Busters, you're right about that. And that utility cannot be overstated. Whew. Okay, not bad. Oh god, Ralsei survived? That's insane. Nice. Alright, phase 3 now. I'm not doing well already. Oof. Ah! What the hell was that? There was like a one-frame thing where I couldn't move. Ugh. Oh, God. I got very upset at Asgore interrupting the lesbianing in the living room. Diagonal teeth are the worst. Yeah, the scene of scaring the shit out of Noel and Susie, that was a lot of fun. But once again, makes you wonder about a few things. About what's actually real, what's going on, what is the soul. And I think I have a little theory about the soul that I want to do a video on. That I probably will just do, sitting and talking to the camera. Awkwardly interrupting things is Asgore's entire focus in the plot so far. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's all he does. And frequently it's by being cringy. I might as well just gotten hit by that last one, you know? Ah! Saw it too late. Like, one of the other questions I have about the soul is, why does Chris put it back in themselves after they've gone to all of that trouble to rip it out and hit it with a hockey stick? You know, why take it back? Yeah. Oh, butts. Just gonna defend then. Actually, I should have had Chris defend. That was sneaky. Well, everybody went down. That's kind of surprising. Nice. Well, that wasn't too bad. all damn alone. Oof. That's fine. Yeah, Chris needs us for something, and that's like the main thing that I want to talk about. So I'll do that at some point, hopefully. Maybe next week. I should have just used the invincibility to go outside the circle. They have a lot more control over what actions they allow us to take than it first appears. Yeah. Like they're constantly struggling against our control. God forbid they rip the soul out of themselves in a dark world. Like, ow. Was the sound of my tendons seizing up and dislocating one of my toes. That happens just every now and then for no good reason. I'll be okay now. It's just like probably an 8 on the pain scale. Ugh. Now, you know what? You defend. You heal. Yeah, I'm okay, Nessie. Thank you. I hit max TP. Heal Susie first. Revive Ralsei, because he's harder to revive otherwise. Oh, those were all the same except for the last one. Oh, out of revives. Heal yourself. Heal yourself first. That big purple weenie. Buddy. How did I hit that? Bad shit comes to town. It's time to meet the mayor. Yes, I was very pleased with myself for reading her properly. And I have to ask the question, was she named prior to Chapter 3? Or did we all just intuit her name? I mean, like, obviously we picked up what Toby Fox was laying down. We have a Christmas-themed family. Of course, the mom's gonna be named Carol. Whoa, that was bad. But I feel like nobody really commented on that. Like, we all just sort of knew that was what her name was, even though we never had confirmation of it before Chapter 3. Almost starting to get muscle memory for this first part. Damn. Dinners, I should use those. Wait, actually, Chris needs to defend. Or else he can kill his lord. Ugh! Bullshit. I compared Asgore to Greg Universe. If Greg Universe had no redeeming qualities. I have seen a video somewhere that, like, yeah, we shouldn't be too hard on Asgore. But he does suck a little bit. He's not handling his situation very well. We can be a little judgy about that. This is way harder than the Shantae stuff. I'm not even sure what you're talking about, but I think you're absolutely correct. Excuse me. Choose your adventure book based on the original Earthbound. The protagonist's mother is named Carol Halliday. Interesting. I wonder if that's what gave him the idea. As a takeoff of that. Oof. I should have done that in the other direction. Whoa! Not sure how that did not end up in damage. Ah, damn. Interesting mechanical fact about the knight. Chris does less damage to it normally. But their damage goes up for each of their party members who is down. Okay. All right. Whatever, I'll say. Right. Heal self. Damn, that's, I think, the farthest I've gotten. That was a Phase 3 Hall of Swords. Also a couple musical locks. Okay, bye. Ooh. Beautiful. I don't say so myself. I really do want to have them both defend before this one. Ooh. Yes. Right, Chris defend. Or else he's almost down, so you can revive Susie. I've gotten that one down to a science. That's the easiest attack to avoid. The stars are the second easiest. Speaking of... What? Ah! Real bad attacks to dodge the sword's corridor and the diagonal teeth. Yeah, the teeth shouldn't even be that difficult to dodge. I'm just bad at it. But the corridor is the absolute worst. Not just because it's hard to dodge, but because it does so much damage. Just constant damage. It sucks ass. Ugh. At one point during, I think, Chapter 4, first time through, I said, oh man, I need to write fanfic about this, and I can't remember what it was I wanted to write. I think it was about Susie's inferiority complex, I think, because she starts, like, unfavorably comparing her ability to heal with Ralsei's ability to heal, which, like, oh my god, number one, first of all, girl, don't. Ah, damn. No revives left. Heal Susie. Actually, no. Defend Susie can heal herself. Yeah, the revolving sword corridor is easier to dodge than the regular one. It's so strange. I think it's because the swords are a little bit further apart to give you more room to maneuver. And then there's this bullshit. Ah! Come on! I don't really want to talk about Jack, says this note. Yeah, once I got over the, like, shock and surprise of the early parts of that fight, I just found it annoying. Which is sad because it's actually very hard not to like Jackenstein. He's a large, sweet boy. He's almost as soft as Ralsei. Woof. Ugh. There's absolutely no pattern of the teeth other than the fact that you can only have two at most next to each other. Oh right, I need to heal Susie first. Because otherwise she'll just go down. Oh! Unfortunately, this is just going to be a healing round. Ah, but that's okay because... Ah! I dodged into it. Okay, anyway, back to the fight. Ah. Ralsei's been up with 17 hit points for 3 rounds now. Ugh. Another great part of Chapter 4 was watching Susie get close to Gerson, knowing that he was dead. Like, it was just a matter of time before we get out of this dark world and she's gonna have her heart broken. That is the kind of drama I am here for. Oh god. don't have enough. Oh, I do actually. No, whatever. Heal herself. Ah! And this one always seems to kill Chris. Oh my god. She needs to heal or she won't make it through the next attack. Okay. Revive, we'll see. We can revive Chris the hard way. Damn, that was good. Save that last revivement for one of them. This is not a good loadout, though. Everybody's at double digits. What's next? Teeth, right? Yeah. Okay, that could have been worse. It could have been worse somehow. Oh! What did that say? Your heartbeat becomes twisted. Yeah, my heartbeat's becoming twisted, alright? Fuck. Ugh. Oh my god. That's important. That means something. Got HP, we're hitting it. Okay, that was phase 3. So now we just repeat ad infinitum. Oh, once again, I almost dodged the whole thing. Okay, let's revive, I'll say. Okay, that's fine. Oh, this is not fine. That's my last deluxe dinner. Okay, that means I'm getting better. If nothing else, I'm understanding the dynamics of when to heal better. God, how fucking amazing was it to see the knight open a dark fountain in the Dark World? Which, funnily enough, I had completely forgotten Birdley nearly did at the end of Chapter 2. That was when Ralsei was like, no, you cannot fucking do that, the roaring. And we learned a little bit about the roaring. It would have been hilarious. It would have been a fucking nightmare. I really love how Chapter 4's mechanics just come together. Like the Titan fight and like the climbing sequence leading up to it, it's all tutorialized so very well. Okay, that's okay. They're gonna defend. She's going to heal herself. No, she's not. She's going to request her. He's going to heal her. There we go. Yeah. Ralsei's got 7 hit points. Go, little guy. You're probably gonna die here. No. Yeah, I really did. Spinning. Okay, we need to... What I should do is have both of them defend rather than heal. Because I think that's Corridor coming next. Is it or is it... Oh god, I don't know they're gonna heal. Okay, everybody's mostly at full. Oh, yep, that was the right call. Yeah, that's fine. As long as she takes that hit, it's fine. Nice. How ironic is it? She always says, as long as Chris and Ralsei are here, and then Chris immediately goes down. She's gonna defend, and he's gonna do that. Oh, jeez. Drop both of them in one hit. Give me a frickin' break. Next is teeth, so I think I just want to hit this. I saw it coming. Oh yeah, also, I guess last thing I'll say out of my notes, final scene of chapter 4. You come home after defeating a Titan, which feels like an endgame boss, and not a mid-game boss, and you find Sans and Toriel partying. And it's presented as a comedy beat, because she's clearly been drinking, which is actually not funny. She's got issues, and she's giving in to her worst instincts, as it were. And then that's compounded by the fact that as soon as Susie sees her, she goes rigid. Which she has always done around Toriel. Like, well, no, she did that around Toriel at first. And I think that was just because, like, clearly she does not have the best home life. She knows Toriel a bit, but, like, instinct can be difficult to hold back on. But here she goes rigid, she goes quiet. And that's, I think, a really telling part, because she knows what happens when a parent gets drunk. And it's not what's going to happen with Toriel, of course, but she doesn't know that. I thought that was a very powerful little scene there. And the fact that it seems to be funny on the surface is really interesting. Let's just revive them. Whoa, did you see that? The heart, like, had a little white mouth on it. For a split second. And I couldn't move it. You find it funny how it single-handedly Sinduna the Phantom into going Sans Deltarune must die. Oh, that's funny. That's actually hilarious. I agree with you. Like, yeah, Sans is here, and he's kind of his cool old funny self, but he's clearly not a good influence on Toriel. And that's kind of hard to reckon with if you're an Undertale fan. Because in Undertale, it was funny and cool that Sans was into Toriel. That they had formed, you know, a connection. They were very different people. But Toriel Deltarune, she's got some issues. She does not need an enabler. Susie. When she's got 90, it's hard to say. Yeah, without Papyrus to bounce off of, in contrast to, he's not as funny as he was in Undertale. Or in, yeah, in Undertale. Okay. Well, it magnets it. Do this. Yeah. Okay. You are going to heal yourself. You are going to be a buster. You're gonna heal, Chris. You're the healer. My legs are like jello. Yeah, that's what mine are gonna be like after I'm done with this stream. We're gonna have a normal turn for the first time in a while. Like, not just this fight, this attempt, but this whole frickin' session. Oof. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna defend, this is gonna root buster, or else he's gonna heal Sitsu. That's fine. Feel surrounded. She's gonna kill herself. Yeah. Once again, I dodged into it. Okay, we don't have enough to root buster this round. I don't really need to heal. 3 defends, which I think this is back to stars. Yeah. Okay, suddenly a Tempest. I think they're gonna heal themselves and just shield a buster. Okay, Susie, heal yourself. Ralsei, heal Chris. Damn it! Okay, I think that's going to be where I stop for tonight. I will not be hitting go forward because we're not ready to move on yet. This is such, like, just a horrible thing to have to do. But I did get better at it, so, like, hopefully my skill floor will start a little bit higher the next time we come to do this again. Whenever that is, I hope to see you all there. Take care.